Hello everyone, this is Phantom here, and today I have yet another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fanfiction. So, I mentioned before in my past video of the proposal video from Raphael that I had made some 2016 Turtles X Reader stories. So, I decided to why not perhaps take a look at those and show them off. This is going to be taking up the next two videos, this one and the next one. And then I'm going to get back to the proposal videos, and then I'm going to show off my final story that I recently made. And then I'm going to try and get to work on some new stories and everything, but I just want to catch up on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stories. So those are going to be taking up most of the videos, as you're going to see throughout the next couple of days or so, maybe a week. But anyway, guys, I should make a disclaimer here. This is a 2016 Raphael and Leonardo X depressed reader. This story involves attempted suicide, depression, and self-harm. So please do not read this if you were easily offended or disturbed by this content, because the story is meant to be enjoyed and read, and it's not supposed to be used as an excuse for suicide. If you're feeling suicidal or depressed, please consider getting help if necessary. Thank you and let's get started. You sit in the turtle's bathroom and looked at yourself in the mirror. You let out a long sigh as you began to call yourself ugly names. Ugly, fat, stupid, boring, unloved, worthless. You did this until you were out of insults. Your thoughts then shifted to Raphael and Leonardo. You had been in love with them for some time now, and yet not even falling in love spared you of this depression. You felt hot tears begin to stream down your face as you thought to yourself how not even they could love you. You let out a shaky breath. You washed away the tears and left the bathroom. When you did, Leo was standing there, but you were in no mood to talk. You bowed and went to the dojo for some alone time. Now let's go to Leo's point of view. I could feel my heart ache as she walked off to the dojo. Me and her were going to read some comics together, but she was taking forever in the bathroom. When I walked over to the bathroom door, I heard her calling herself these awful names. Was this truly what she thought of herself? Now for the narrator's point of view. You laid on the floor and just stared at the ceiling, so lost in thought that you didn't hear Raphael come into the dojo. You alright there, your name? Huh? Oh, yeah. Just lost in thought is all. Raph chuckled. Classic, your name. Always the thinker. He smiled, but deep down your heart was broken. It only reminded you on why Raph would never love you. You always thought about something, and you thought more than you spoke. Raph, not as much. He adored the rush of fighting, and his brain was always in its muscles, according to Leo. It was one of the reasons you loved him. But being a thinker definitely won't make Raph love you, you thought to yourself. Tell me about it, you said in a semi-serious tone. You watched him train for a while until it was time for you to go home. You stood up and stretched. I gotta go, guys. Aw, do you have to go home? Mikey whined, and you gave a sad smile. Yes, Mikey, I need to go. Do you need us to take you back up the service? Leo offered. He sighed. While you did love Raph, Leo had his redeeming qualities too. He always put up with his brother's crap and you no matter how bad of a mood he was in. While there were times he took the big brother and leader role too far, a blind person can see that he cared about his family. Leo gave you a concerned look and you quickly snapped out of your thoughts. No thanks. I'll be fine, you said before heading out. When you got inside your room, you let it all out. You hated yourself for lying to your friends, but you didn't want to burden them any more than you already have. You put on a mask and pretended to be happy around everyone. But it was all fake. There wasn't even a reason for you were depressed. You just hated yourself and felt that no one loved you. You thought they just told you that because they felt sorry for you or something. You're so pathetic, your head whispered. Why would anyone love you? You thought to yourself. You couldn't take it anymore. Tonight was the night. You went to your drawer and grabbed a makeshift noose. You put it up on the ceiling fan, but when you stood up on the chair, the rope snapped. You got down and looked at your wall, only to see a ninja star. You looked at your window when you were suddenly tackled into a hug. Your name. What were you thinking? Raph said as he looked up at you. Him and Leo were hugging your legs tightly, similar to how a child hugs their mother's legs when they're scared of a monster. Because I'm an idiotic and annoying girl that everyone hates. Why would anyone love me? Silence fell and Leo and Raph stood back up, towering over you. They each took one of your hands, and Leo spoke. You're wrong, your name. You're the most beautiful and sweet girl we'd ever dreamed to meet. We love you, your name, they both said in perfect unison. You felt fresh, hot tears pour down your face and drip off your chin. You threw yourself into their arms and cried out, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Leo and Raph looked at each other for a second before nodding. Your name, Raph said as he lifted your chin. You didn't ask for this all to happen to you. Leo and I love you. Don't you ever forget that. Raph said the last part with that rare smile that always makes your heart melt. Now it was Leo's turn to speak. For once, Raph's right. Raph smacked Leo's shoulder and he giggled. Leo chuckled. There's that beautiful smile. He looked up at Raph and Leo before Leo spoke. Your name. Do you love us? He said with hope in his eyes. He looked at the both of them and giggled. Yes, I love you both, and I'm sure I always will. They both smiled and Leo gave you a kiss on the lips. While you two were kissing, Raph placed teasing kisses on your cheek and chin, and you giggled. And you three broke apart. Let's head back to the lair and get you something to eat, Raph said as he picked you up, bridal smile. Whoa, hang on. Why do you get to carry her home? Because I love her more than you ever did? Yeah, right. I'm carrying her. Like hell you are, Raph yelled and you giggled. You officially had the two best boyfriends in the world. Best day ever. The end. So I always tend to try and make it so that my stories always have a happy ending at the end of them, because I really despise it whenever I see such a sad ending to a wonderful story, because it makes me feel so sad and everything. So especially whenever it's a depression story, I try to make it more cheerful, because I don't want it to only fuel my readers to hate themselves, because that's never my goal in everything, and I want the readers to see that they have just as much of a shot of getting a happy ending as much as the character in the story does, and that's my goal. And I even remember a while ago, I don't know if this person is watching, you know who you are, they had said that they had depression and that my videos had helped them, and that was probably one of the nicest things a subscriber ever told me. Because I have been suffering from depression for so long, and I know what it's like, and seeing someone who understands it and also says the part that I actually help them with their depression, it means a whole lot, and it's such a wonderful feeling. But anyway, guys, the next video is going to be about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2016 Donatello and Michelangelo X-Rater. But anyway, guys, this is Phantom Rider, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye.